Hey, yo, what's favorite players? It's your boy, Stiglitz Sharpred, back out here on this Madden NFL 21 franchise mode, and we are here with the last 1 o'clock game here in week 1 of the season for roster number 1, and it has been crazy. I mean, every single game except the Seahawks-Falcons and the Packers-Vikings were all close games. And this has never happened before, but it has happened. Every single 1 o'clock game except that Seahawks-Falcons game and then the Packers-Vikings, those two were blowouts, but the rest of them were close games. And we have never seen nothing like that before. So we finish out the 1 o'clock schedule in Carolina. Then we head to Cincinnati for the first 4 o'clock game. And then we continue it with the Buccaneers and Saints. And then we conclude the 4 o'clock schedule with the Cardinals and the 49ers. And then we pay our attention to the 8:20 game in LA. Then we have the 2 Monday games, Pittsburgh, the Giants for Monday, for the 7:15 game for Monday, and the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos from Denver will conclude week 1. So now we have only 7 games remaining right now. Only 7 games remaining. And then we'll conclude week 1 of the season. Now, let's take a look at the quarterback stats, because I already know you guys want to see those stats. So let's go to the NFL passing stats. You can see all the quarterbacks, and you remember Josh Allen and D Sharp went at it last episode. Josh Allen went for over 244 yards. He just passed almost everybody on this list, especially Mitchell Trubisky, because he just allowed 2 quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson and D Sharp, to pass him for over 200 yards. You can't do that if you're a quarterback. You've got to play your best football and make sure that you be at the top of the list. And right now, Watson and Mahomes are at the top of the list with 500 yards. Because you already know those night games be played for 15-minute quarters, and those games be going crazy. Anyways, let's get to Carolina for the last 1 o'clock game. And then right after we get done with this, we pay our attention to the 4 o'clock schedule. Chargers Bengals, Buccaneers Saints, and the Cardinals and 49ers. So we got the Panthers. And we've got the Las Vegas Raiders. The first Las Vegas Raider game is here. Let's go.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders.
And A.J. Norman is the guy that the Raiders are going to have to stop Now I know it might be a bit tough, but it's gonna have to work at least. But we're set for the last 1 o'clock game of Week 1 of the season. So the Las Vegas Raiders will defer for the second half. So they will kick it off to the Panthers to start the game. And we're underway from Charlotte. And the last 1 o'clock game has begun. And here's Cannon Okafor. And he'll be brought down right at the 20-yard line. Now here's the Panthers offense, led by the former Saint, Teddy Bridgewater.
First start for Teddy Bridgewater.
All right, let me blink a few times and shake my head because that's not number 1 trotting out on the field for the Carolina Panthers. That's Teddy Bridgewater for the first time since 2015. Teddy Bridgewater is a starting quarterback in a season opener in the NFL, now with the Carolina Panthers,
and here's Christian McCaffrey. And the Raiders were right there to make that stop. He stopped immediately.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of
Bridgewater throws, and A.J. Norman with the completion. And he's brought down at the 41-yard line.
2 yards there, a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And here's Okafor. Oh my gosh, if Okafor did not trip right there, he would have been gone. But he ended up tripping on the play.
There were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun.
And here's Bridgewater. And he's going to find the former Jet, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 45.
13, it's a first down.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a
Bridgewater, and he's gonna find A.J. Norman. Oh my gosh, A.J. Norman putting on some moves. First down, Panthers.
A gain of 27 on the catch and run. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it, and oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Bridgewater throws over the middle, and that one's caught. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal on this one.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, the Panthers already taking it down the field on their opening possession. And A.J. Norman, he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done.
So the Panthers go right down the field and score.
In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you see.
Extra point is up and good. And the Panthers take a 7-0 lead.
Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
So the Panthers are now going to kick it off to the Raiders. And this one's not going to be returned. This one will end up as a touchback. Now the Las Vegas Raiders coming out.
For the first time as the Las Vegas Raiders, and they're led out by a familiar face, their starter for the last 6 seasons, beginning year number 7, Derek Carr.
And we remember plenty of chatter in the offseason about whether Derek Carr would still be the man after the Raiders moved to Las Vegas. Marcus Mariota was brought in, but he's been brought in for competition and to be a backup, not to be their starter.
1st and 10. Here's Jones.
Derek Carr is their guy.
And he's brought down at the 26-yard line.
Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs.
2nd and 9. Here's Jaden Smith. And he gets leveled in the backfield.
Lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss. And
Trey Boston just leveled him on that one.
He's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's
Carr on 3rd down. He gives it to Jaden Smith on the screen. And the Panthers are right there to make the stop. Short of the first.
It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that.
So the Raiders are going to punt it away. So on their first possession, they don't get anything.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football.
And Deshaun Stoudemire, he's going to let that one down at the 14.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Where's the guys up front?
1st and 10. A.J. Norman. And he gets tripped on the play, and he loses yardage.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And Carolina, I think they want their running back Kenny Okafor in, so we're going to put him in. So we'll be back. All right, so we are now back. So now Kenny Okafor is going to be in the game.
Still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Yeah, the Panthers were wondering how Kenny Okafor was not in the game. So they're going to hand it to him, and he loses yardage.
Good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get
quarter. 7-0 Panthers.
On EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Raiders nothing.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
3rd and 16 for Carolina. Bridgewater fumbles. And that one will be a safety.
Taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed.
And Carolina gives up 2 points.
But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it,
wow,
get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a first and 10.
And here's Jaden Smith. And he's brought down as he gets this to the 40.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. First and 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And here's Smith. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down Raiders for a gain of 11 on that run.
Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield.
First and 10. Here's Carr. Carr looking, and he's sacked. Yeto Gross-Matos gets him down. And that's his first sack of his NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Well, second and 22, Carr. Oh, he couldn't get the ball released. The blitz was coming at him.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
On third and 22, Carr looking deep. And that one's going to be incomplete.
But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure
So the Raiders could not take advantage. So they're going to punt it away. And they're going to down it at the 1.
It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters.
So the Panthers now back out there. And they surrendered their safety on the last drive. You know they don't want to do that again.
Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Because that would be absolutely terrible if they give up another safety here. That would be really embarrassing.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
And here's Okafor.
And he'll get this only up
And
to
he's
about
brought
the
down at the
3.
3.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
And here's Okafor. And the Raiders defense tackle him again at the 7.
You would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down.
Bridgewater looking. And that's incomplete. He couldn't find Cannon Okafor, so fourth down.
They've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away.
And here's Jaden Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 41.
And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
And here's Jaden Smith. And the Panthers are right there to make that stop.
That will take us us to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards on the pick.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL.
Carr looking, and the pass is batted down.
But it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
Shotgun now for Carr.
Carr throwing, and Jaden Smith with the catch. And he's got a Raider first.
They're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Las Vegas.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but
Carr, no one's open, and he throws it away.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time,
Carr looking right side. And that one, oh my gosh, that one is dropped.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
So 3rd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Carr.
Carr looking for it all. Jaden Smith, touchdown Raiders.
A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary.
And they're gonna go for the 2-point try to give him a field goal advantage, and Jaden Smith gets in.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
So now it's 10-7 Raiders. Teddy Bridgewater warming up on the sideline right now.
For Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And Okafor, he's not going to return this one. This one's going to be a touchback.
This one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other players.
And here's Okafor.
Forget about it. That's your horse.
And he's brought down at the 30 for a gain of 5 yards.
Look it up. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was as long as
Bridgewater throws wide open, but Robbie Anderson just couldn't keep his feet down.
Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 5.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make.
And Bridgewater, oh, it's intercepted. Lamarcus Joyner brings it back. Pick 6 for the Raider defense.
Delivers a score. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team.
So the Raiders have scored again. They're now up by 10.
17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Wow.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And Okafor is going to return this one. And he's brought down at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
And on to onto the field. Here come the Panthers. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half.
And here's Okafor. And the run game, once again, is not in their favor.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space.
It's just every single run play they've been trying to get, it's just the running backs just keep tripping. And here's Okafor again, and this time he gets out of bounds at the 46.
16 yards of first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And the Raiders do get the ball to start the second half. So if you're Carolina, you should be able to get into field goal range somehow to at least try to get a field goal up. We're going to see what happens. Bridgewater, and that one's caught by A.J. Norman.
Go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that one, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
So he did get out of bounds with 1 second. So the Panthers looking to make this a 7-point game. And that one is good. And the Panthers will still be trailing at the halftime. 17-10 Raiders.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL.
So up next, we begin the 4 o'clock schedule with Joe Burrow and the Bengals as they take on the LA Chargers. Then, the game of the week in my playbook, Tom Brady and his Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against Drew Brees and his New Orleans Saints.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His guys have the lead as we send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
All right, so we're back in Charlotte, and we're set to start quarter number 3.
Any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking about 7
And
yards
Jones,
deep,
he'll take a knee in the end zone as this one will end up as a touchback.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to
First and
fix
10,
things.
here's Carr. He's going to throw deep. Oh my goodness, if that one would have been caught, then the Panthers would have been stunned.
Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And here's Jaden Smith. And the Panthers are right there to stop it. He's brought down.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
Carr looking, and he's sacked.
This one is down he goes.
That is Brian Burns with a sack.
Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards. So he's
A.J. Cole to punt it. And Okafor, he's going to return it. And he's brought down at the 43.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
And here's A.J. Norman, and he goes nowhere.
At the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And here's Okafor again.
And he is met at the line.
And the Raiders are there once again. They have not been allowing any rushing attempts by Okafor at this point.
On 3rd down,
Bridgewater, and he gets hit, and it's incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Panthers punt it away. And Smith, and they down it at the 3-yard line.
That's how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5.
And here's Smith.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double.
And he's brought down at the 6.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 6-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's
Carr, no one's open, and he throws that one away.
Carr's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
And Carr only has 63 yards passing in this game. He needs to get it under control.
From the gun, it's
Carr looking, and he finds Waller, his tight end.
And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 20.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Carr over the middle, and that one's caught.
Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice catch up by Tyrell Williams, who got off to a hot start. Heck, I'd call it a blazing start in 2019, scoring a touchdown each of his first 5 games. And he has history as a big-time receiver as well.
Carr, no one's open, and he throws it away. He just can't find anybody open.
It didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Carr looking downfield, and that one's complete to Tyrell Williams.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And he gets this one inside the 30.
When teams practice their plays during the week,
and Carolina right now, they're just allowing this stuff to happen. They're allowing these deep throws, and you can't do that if you're trailing.
Has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr.
Carr looking again. He throws. Oh, he got hit though, so it's incomplete.
Nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Carr play faking. Carr looking, and he's sacked. Stephen Weatherly with the sack.
Start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr, look out, pressure, he's sacked. And Deshaun Stoudemire who brings him down. He brought the safety blitz, and Carr never saw it. So the Raiders are gonna punt it.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. And we're back now in Charlotte as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
And Carolina.
As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
And Carolina's gonna get the ball back, but they're gonna have to get a touchdown. Oh, and Okafor, he caught the ball, but he ran out of bounds.
Getting set to take the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't.
Now the Panthers have the ball again, and they cannot get a 3-and-out because they're down by 7, needing a touchdown to tie it.
Realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second and 9, Okafor. And that run game is just not in his favor. He's brought down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Bridgewater. And that one is caught by Norman. What an effort to make the catch.
First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater.
Bridgewater looking, and Norman with the catch.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for 8 gains.
And he only got 5 yards there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
Bridgewater looking, and he's sacked. DeAndre Simmons, he gets the sack. His 2nd.
But many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get
Bridgewater, and he throws it away.
He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep.
Now Carolina has been stopping that run game a bit. They're gonna punt it away, needing a stop on defense.
Ability though to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Just week 1.
Well, the Panthers need a stop on defense.
Games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Jaden Smith,
they keep it on the ground.
and he's brought down.
To about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because
The Raiders are playing smart. They're keeping it on the ground so they can waste the clock. And my gosh,
think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs,
they just—I don't know if they should keep it on the ground on this 3rd down play because they got to get to the 22 for a 1st down. I think they're gonna have to get to the 22. And the Panthers bring the pressure. Carr looking to throw, and he's sacked and fumbled. And the Panthers pick it up for a touchdown.
Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect.
So the Raiders turn it over. Instead of trying to get the first,
by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And the Panthers are going to tie the game at 17.
Tied here in the 4th quarter. So not only the
We have another close game.
the
This is crazy.
Score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
This is crazy. So now the Raiders are going to get the ball back, but now they're going to have to score to take the lead. This is unbelievable. I can't believe what I just saw. The Raiders just fumbled the ball and turned it over, but not only that, they allowed the touchdown.
From the events of a moment ago, what a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board.
So now they're going to have to score a touchdown or a field goal to take the lead.
That's a two-score swing that you just gave up.
Now
Carr looking. Oh, and that got snatched and intercepted.
picked up by Eli Apple.
Eli Apple returns it. It's a pick six for a touchdown. Are you kidding me?
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for
Yo,
in the game, and now this
you
time
have got to be kidding me.
return for another score.
Yo, that is back-to-back defensive touchdowns. Oh my gosh. And the Panthers have the lead. Just like that, they were down 7, and the defense scoring twice to give them the lead. So all the Panthers now, they need a stop on defense, and they could win the game.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So Carr and the Raiders down 24-17. A minute 47 on the clock.
Raiders need a touchdown now to tie it.
They come up on first down.
They needed one to take the lead, but through the interception, now they're gonna have to score. Carr finds Jaden Smith for only 9.
Before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
At the 34-yard line.
And here comes the pressure. Carr looking. No one's open. He's brought down. Brian Burns with the sack. His second. So 3rd and 11 coming up.
This entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Carr to throw.
Carr looking. No one's open. And he's sacked again. Oh my gosh.
As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go.
This is in the 4th quarter. You had a 7-point lead and you give it away. So now they're gonna have to get downfield if they can do it.
They'll go for it. It's Carr.
Carr looking downfield, and that one is caught.
He's taken down. They keep the game alive
Waller.
for the moment as it's a first down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use
Are
the
you
second
serious?
timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this
Waller
football.
keeps the game alive. Just for the moment.
Second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now
Carr deep downfield. Oh, and Waller almost had it for the second time, but he ended up dropping it. 23 seconds left.
The tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit.
I still can't believe that Waller saved the game for the Raiders. Carr, and that one is dropped. Waller once again, he can't hold on to the ball. He's trying to keep the game alive. 3rd and 10.
And pick up yardage, but in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Carr looking for it all, downfield. And that one's intercepted. And Deshaun Stoudemire with it. And that is going to wrap it up.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard
Well,
line.
the Raiders tried. They tried. They tried their best to get downfield to score, but that interception right there is gonna seal it. I'm not even gonna lie. Teddy Bridgewater and the Panthers got so lucky because they were down 7. All they needed was a stop on defense, but they get 2 defensive touchdowns, and they're going to win the game 24-17.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And with that, our journey begins.
I still can't believe what I just witnessed.
It's gonna be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us.
Carolina was down 7
Yeah, this is the exciting
and
time.
needed
Just
a
1
stop
week
on
gone
defense to
and
get the ball
3
back,
weeks to
but they
go.
ended up winning.
So for the Panthers, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brent.
Oh my gosh, I still cannot believe what I just witnessed. The Carolina Panthers were down 7 in that fourth quarter. All they needed was a stop on defense, and instead, they get a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Then the Raiders needed a touchdown to take the lead. They throw the pick 6. And then the Panthers get the final interception to seal the game as they win 24-17 against the Raiders, and in dramatic fashion. So Teddy Bridgewater throws for 113 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Derek Carr, he tried his best to give the Raiders the victory, but with the fumble recovery and then the interception, that cost them. That cost the Raiders this game. Now the run game, Carolina's got to get that straightened out because Okafor only ran for 28 yards. Same thing for Jaden Smith, and none of them scored a touchdown. So they've got to get that fixed in their next game. But if you enjoyed this episode, man, make sure to smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And the 1 o'clock schedule has been concluded, and the 4 o'clock schedule will begin next.